it was weapons that are known, test and try. Like, there's gonna be a character that's gonna tell you what you need to do to fight a motherfucking vampire.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't mention that.
She didn't mention prayer.
So why the fuck you tried that? You know it's the devil. I get that. Like, the fuck? But that ain't what she mentioned to take out this motherfucking demon.
That wasn't in the tutorial.
It wasn't in the tutorial. It said, poke this bitch. You gotta poke this motherfucker. Poke it.
All right. And now it's time for Being Black Outside is Wild with Ayati. Ayati, what you got for us today?
What up, folks? Your boy Ayati coming again, letting you know that being black outside is wild. But this outside activity was actually going to the movies.
Okay.
So this episode is going to be a movie review for Sinners, starring the man, the one and only Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
Michael B.
That motherfucker, he the man.
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
director of Black Panther 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Creed 1.
Creed, yeah, he did.
He did the first. He produced the other two, but he directed the first one.
Okay.
And Fruitvale Station, that was a bomb ass movie.
That was a great movie.
So yeah,
him and Michael B have just made so much magic together.
I'm
bro.
telling you, the comparisons they saying is LeBron with what you
with
call
Maverick.
With from the Heat.
Oh, Bron and D Wade.
Yeah,
so my
they
bad.
making that comparison. No, that
my
one.
bad.
That 3-time championship.
I'm
just Spike Lee and motherfucking Denzel kind of combination.
Yeah.
They just come together and just be amazing.
Yeah,
so went to go see that movie. The opening weekend. I went to go see it on a Thursday because over here we could see it on Thursday in the middle of the day. So I went matinee. Fuck that shit. I didn't want to wait at night and shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
I wish I would have seen it in IMAX. I'm gonna go try to go see it again on IMAX. But just to give you guys already a heads up, spoiler alerts. Hopefully by the time this episode come out, your ass should have already seen it. I'm sorry. So fuck it. I hope you've already seen it because it's now 2 weeks gonna be out and shit, and it's just that much of a movie. So just off jump, you got Michael B. Jordan playing two motherfuckers, if you ain't aware. So the storyline is basically a 1930s brother criminal duel that's coming back to their hometown, Mississippi. They spent some time in Chicago and then built a life up there, and they're coming back to their city to build something for their people, trying to make a little juke joint. They gonna, turn up and they just gathering their resources, which is people and talent, and trying to do something for their folks. But it's a vampire movie. So we got vampires involved in this shit. But it's just the imagery that is just like off the chain. Like there's so many subtle things that's taking place in this movie that you got to pick up on. First and foremost, it's not confirmed, but from my perspective, I'm a movie head. The haircut when Michael B. Jordan took off the hat, when either one of them took off either that little cab hat or that little brim shit, you're gonna see the haircut. It's Blade's haircut. If y'all ain't familiar with Blade, Wesley Snipes had this weird ass fucking haircut. It's just he got his faded a little bit. So it's a vampire movie, and I think they paying homage to every fucking vampire movie that they've been inspired by.
Okay.
And like it's these little subtle things you gotta just look at and be like, oh shit, that's kind of fly. Also, there's a scene where fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck it up for y'all. The vampires are trying to get into the party, right? And they just like saying that, hey, we're just trying to have a good time. They're selling this whole idea of like, we're just not here to start no trouble because it's a black party and this is 1930s Mississippi. When white folks show up, they burning shit and lynching motherfuckers.
Right,
so we see y'all, we don't even want y'all up in here. Y'all got establishments that y'all can go to. This is why we partying here. Oh no, we're not even about that. We just some humble folks. And they trying to like plead their case to get in. So the backdrop is imagine a door, and they got to get invited in because of how vampires work. Right. If y'all familiar with vampires, you got to get invited in. So you got a whole bunch of black folk, and in your mind, just everyone represents a different person in the black community because you have all these different types of black people, and they looking at these white folk, and they trying to get in the party, and they start playing a song. And they sing this song like, hey, we know about music. And then everybody looking like, the fuck? This music sound weird as shit. It's not what he got going on right now, this blues shit with this with his cousin playing. And like, nah, that shit, we ain't fucking with that shit. The thing that I want people to pay attention to is that song, if you go Google it, the song that they're singing is called like I Pick Poor Bobby Clean. That song is
hold on, say that title again.
It's like Pick Poor Robbie Clean. It's some weird ass song. It sounds weird as fuck when they playing it, but it's a black blues song from way back in the day that a black artist made. So you got 3 white folks playing black music, trying to get into the new hot black thing, saying, we know your music. But everybody's response is like, oh, I don't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, to me, it's an imagery of how current times is. Black folks don't know the roots of rock and roll. So I'm a stereotype. Most white folks coming in playing, their music that they good at is rock and punk rock and all this type of guitar shit, not knowing that the very first rock and roll people were black. So you see folks doing music, you look at it and like, ugh, this shit weak, not knowing it's your music.
Right. That it originated from your people. And
you just not aware of it. And you like, I don't want you up in this motherfucker, but it's your music that they trying to use to get in there and say that they know your shit. And I thought that was a powerful scene that nobody's like talking about. I'm like, y'all didn't see that imagery right there? Like, that song is black. There's 3 people singing it, but that's a black song. If you look up the artist, she's famous from that shit, 1932. And you got 3 white folk that's Irish and shit, making it sound on a banjo sound kind of a little different, but you don't know it's actually your shit.
Right.
And you talking about you don't like it. Because I'm guilty of that myself. All that only rock
country. You don't rock with country.
And I know it. I'm aware of it and still don't want that shit. Only rock I know is probably Limp Bizkit and the motherfuckers like that. I rock with that shit, but I'm not rocking all that other shit. Sublime, I'm barely fucking with them. So it's weird that I'll be like, ugh, to something that's actually my music. And I was like, it resonated so much with me when I seen that scene. I said, fuck, I be like that. And this movie is going to be so many scenes where you're like, I'm talking for everybody, like black, white, whoever you are. It's going to be a moment when you're going to be like, oh shit. Like, it just, you going to be like, with some of this imagery. I hate them. There's another spoiler alert, but later on in the movie, there's a scene where there's a lot of like religious, like, motives in it. Like, it's just, I'm not going to go into detail of how it is, but just imagine it's church related. So you got Christianity all up in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like in the South. Like, it's very integral and central to black culture, especially black Southern culture at that time.
Yeah.
Continue.
So my man's is trying to he's basically at the clutches of this motherfucking vampire. This motherfucker got his ass, got him good. And I guess he has nothing left to protect himself. And he tried to start using a Bible verse to stop. And at first you think it looked like it got the vampire a little, ugh. But then all of a sudden he just stopped and started preaching the same verse with him. Word for word. Like, with no problem. Like, yeah, I know that shit too. It ain't gonna work on me. And for me, it just like, it spoke so much volumes for like the black community. Like, we always think prayer is the answer for some shit, when sometimes you might have to just stab some shit. Sometimes you have to use some force to
You might have to choose violence
fight
sometimes.
this demon. Like, you can't pray this motherfucker away. So fuck, you think you don't know this shit?
Right.
As long as this shit been going on, you think you don't know the fucking Bible?
Right.
And I was like, ooh, shit. Like, I hope people catch that. Like, it was weapons that are known, test and try. Like, there's gonna be a character gonna tell you what you need to do to fight a motherfucking vampire. She didn't mention that.
She didn't mention prayer.
So why the fuck you tried that? You know it's the devil. I get that. Like, the fuck? But that ain't what she mentioned to take out this motherfucking demon.
That wasn't in the tutorial.
It wasn't in the tutorial. It said, poke this bitch. You gotta poke this motherfucker. Poke it. Didn't say pray to that motherfucker. You don't pray with, he prayed with his ass. And I was sitting there like, I hope y'all see this shit. And I was like, that shit is wild. So there's some other scenes that are pretty just fucking obvious. Once you see it, you'll hopefully get to like the imagery. But there's another one when it comes to like the black and Asian community. Like, there's a Asian couple that's like the market, like they own a shop. I thought it was, at first I was like, this is some stereotypical shit. Y'all motherfuckers being racist as fucking here. Why you gonna just throw some Asian people here with a motherfucking store? They got stores everywhere. What the fuck? You saying even back time, but it was realistically a real Chinese immigrant community in Mississippi.
Okay.
Like, that was like they were in the rift of this shit.
Right. They were like caught in between.
They weren't accepted by either one, really, but they can service both. And they became like this conduit where everybody kind of met. They can sell shit to black folk, they sell shit to white folk, but they still wasn't accepted by either group, really. But the imagery is that when shit hit the fan, the Asian people was out. And I'm like, it's a reflection of how things is right now. Like, the history that blacks and Asians got is like this. Like, I feel like our shit is intertwined, especially in the Bay Area, all over the country. We come from a similar standpoint. But when shit hit the fan, when shit hit the fan in the black community, they so quick to be the fuck up out of here. And I think he put that in subconsciously. You see how quick don't get me wrong, circumstances is fucked up. You worry about your family. Oh my God, some vampires out here. It was all good when you was slanging shit to us. When that business was popping, we was making these deals. It was all good. When everything was flourishing and money was making, it was good. But when that turbulence hit, your ass was ready to get the fuck up out of here. What the fuck? Y'all got vampires, this bitch? Oh. That's my cue. But I thought we family. I know your daughter and shit. Like, we all in this shit right now. I didn't bring the vampire, the motherfucker here. Like, but let's all fight this motherfucker. Why are you so ready to go? So there's like these little imageries and like, it's so much layers to this movie than just a vampire flick, but it's also a good ass vampire flick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, please go see this shit. This is what had me outside. And this movie is wild. So
this movie is wild and it had you outside.
Yes. So, damn. Yeah. Next time I'll come with some skating shit to get back on track and more hiking shit. But right now, this shit became a movie review.
Hey.
And I'm going to go see that shit again in IMAX. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Probably ruined it for you.
No. If anything, you maybe want to see it more.
Okay.
I feel like you left enough meat on the bone that anyone that saw this or sees this or listens to this before they go see the movie would still have a really great experience as it relates to just being in the moment in that movie. So yeah, appreciate that, Ayati. That was great.
And I actually got to correct one point. I said that Michael B. Jordan played 2 characters. He actually plays 3. So there's 3 versions of Michael B. Jordan in this movie.
Wow. Yeah.
So just to see him be able to play 3 different people, you need to go see this movie.
You know it's going to be executed at a high level because it's Michael B. So yeah.
I didn't think he had the chops for it. Honestly, I'm like, why didn't you know the motherfucker?
Nah, after Fruitvale Station, bro, like I was like, oh, okay. But you got it, bro.
But I'm also thinking that maybe Ryan Coogler wrote this movie back in the day, or just at least had the thoughts. They say he wrote it in like 2023, but he probably wrote it when he had the deal pinned. I'm pretty sure the idea was in his head. And honestly, I think he used twins because he didn't want to replace who he originated. This is all conspiracy theory. He didn't want to replace the original person he wanted to cast for the role. I think he wanted to have Chadwick Boseman play the older brother of Michael B. Jordan. And it was going to be brothers that went to Chicago instead of twins. But since he was like, fuck, I can't replace Chadwick Boseman in the role, I'm going to just make Michael B. Jordan play both.
Yeah.
Because the way he's carrying himself, it seems a lot like how an older brother would have been. Even though they twins, it's this older brother shit. Now, of course, they saying it's all this like Nigerian deity shit. That's why he did it's a twin god in Nigerian.
Okay.
But I could see that this easily could have had Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan playing these 2 brothers. Smoke and Stack. It'd have just been one was Smoke, one was Stack, and they brothers, and just make these motherfuckers look alike, or some because it feels too like damn, like you're paying homage. It feels like that's why he had to be twins. And for me, once you see it, like Michael B. Jordan was perfect for this. Yeah, because you couldn't replace who he was supposed to be. Was supposed to be that other brother. Yeah, because it could easily be brother. It can be in my mind. You can interchange brother and twin. But the person I think that they want to be the brother is Chadwick Boseman.
Gotcha.
And you're going to feel that shit once you see it. You're going to be like, oh my God, this would have been, what could have been.
Yeah.
So now don't get me wrong, this shit is great. Yeah. It's 10 out of 10. But it'd probably been like a 15 out of 10 or 20 out of 10.
If Chadwick
could have been
was
this
here,
role.
rest his soul.
Playing this older brother. It'd have been.
Yeah. And I mean, and Chadwick was such a great, like, period piece actor, you know, with his Jackie Robinson role, his James Brown role, like, yeah, for sure. And him and Michael B. already have on-set chemistry with the Black Panther series. So, yeah.
And they never had a chance to do a movie together. Right. And they had to be antagonists, even though they had a really close relationship on screen. So now you'd have had them in a role where this is their actual natural relationship, that they feel like brothers already. Right, exactly. So now they can play this shit out on screen.
Yeah,
I think that's what the original movie was.
Yeah, iconic. Yeah.
And I just think that his untimely death is what prevented it. And it was like, we're not replacing his ass. Fuck that. The same way they did that motherfucking Black Panther 2. Yeah. This movie here, Sinners, Michael B., you're going to play both of these motherfuckers. Yeah. All right? You're going to play. And I mean, he's playing a lot of motherfuckers. All right, I got it.
Let's be honest. A little consolidation of labor, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It helps the bottom line, I imagine, on some level. So, you know, we're not mad at that either.
Stretching just shows you who you really are, like a challenge. So he got in his bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, it felt like two different people. Like, I'm serious. You like, they look alike, but them two motherfuckers, it's two different motherfuckers. Like, hands down, you're like, oh, these are two different people.
Yeah.
Like, they're fucking twins, but those are two different motherfuckers. And I was like, oh. And it just made me think, like, oh, fuck. You know? And then I can go deeper into, like, the imagery, the red and the blue and the gang uniting and y'all fighting and y'all technically brothers. Like, it's a lot of shit. Like, it's so many levels. He intentionally did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But
that's great.
I just can't wait till he had these. Once the movie then stretched out, and he can confirm or deny a bunch of shit that's in there. And he just get people to go see it. So I don't want to be one of the spoilers, but shit, you already got spoiled a little bit. Just go look for it.
All right. Cool, man. Appreciate that, Ayati. Yep. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, that is our show for today. We appreciate y'all listening, watching. So go out and like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know how you feel about this episode and about the particular segments that we did. And we'll catch y'all on the flip side. And with that being said, Ayati,
stay casual.